Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild, and you can see that the platform is pretty empty. The problem is the platform is pretty empty. We lost, or I lost the rover. I was in the middle of building, and some of the drones that spawn from the bases around the platform here, don't know, shot it down. I can't really explain. I was working here and suddenly there was a big hole here and the rover was gone. Yeah, too bad we lost the rover, but I had emptied it out and there was only a bit of ice in it, maybe a few materials, so we didn't lose a lot, but it's sad for the rover. Let's say it that way. So, the platform. You can see that I emptied it out and removed some of the stuff that was sitting in the middle here, and I have weird markings on it to show me how large everything is and where everything should be. I've set up a landing pad for some ships that will have to be made stronger, because I don't want to lose any of the ships the same way that I lost the rover. It is anchored, but it doesn't have its thrusters turned on, so if it gets shot, it will just move straight through the platform. I've started to build this small house, or this small living space here. We will go in there in a second. I've added some guns. That was definitely necessary, and it was not enough. We will take a look at the other things that I added. Yeah, on top of the bunker, the building, whatsoever, there's another laser, and I moved most of the stuff down here. People suggested bring some wind turbines down here. That's a good space for them, and people were right with that. I don't know how deep I want to go here. Maybe I will go a few blocks down and then build one of the big wind turbines that can just whirligig down here then somewhere. That might be a good course of action, because we don't need a lot of power here, let's say it that way. The batteries will mostly cover for that. I've set up build and repair systems that should build this stuff, but it doesn't. What is missing here? We are missing steel tubes, as always. I will order some. We have an assembler here right now, and I wanted to add a refinery that will come to. We will do that in a second. I will set that up. Okay. So the arms are at least fully welded. There's some parts on the side. You can see I've put in diagonal blocks. They are not welded yet. I will go over that with the ship, or maybe add some lines. I'm not sure yet. So here I've started that, putting a line down here that might run over the whole length of the arm, and then I put build repairs in there or something, so that everything here gets repaired if it gets damaged or something like this. And I started to add maybe a bit of structure, so that it doesn't look like just a slab of metal that somebody laid in here. I'm not sure. The problem with these diagonal things is that I would like to put in something like diagonal structures here that look a bit more constructed-y, so it looks sturdy, but that doesn't work too well with everything being diagonal already. In the straight bit here, that should be easier. I'm figuring that out. I'm not finishing this. This is just the start, so that we can come back to it and then continue the work at one point. The refinery will be... see? It already starts. And now you can see what I added that makes the base a bit more secure. Because, again, the amount of drones that come in is just crazy. And the phasers, they got a bit of an update, I would say. The strips are smaller now, and there's small grid phasers now. I know they are overpowered and totally crazy, but the thing is that the assertive mod is relentless, I have to say. And I said that on the Alien Planet 2. I will say that for every planet. This structure is big. It attracts these drones like crazy. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, and they, with the normal weapons, they continuously crash into the structure, damage it, and leave holes and leave stuff everywhere, and it's just crazy. So I added the phasers to have, I don't know, a bit of a harsher line of defense. Let's say it that way, because even these lasers don't do a whole lot. I might go and reduce the range of them. It's 5 kilometers is a lot of range. It's a lot of range. It's just, I don't know. I'm constantly, I like the challenge. On the other hand, putting just weapons out, having a lot of weapons on here would solve the challenge, but I don't know. It has the problem that the normal guns, the vanilla guns, are just not good enough. So you put modded weapons against it, but the problem is the mod throws a lot of drones at you. It's ramping up. It's crazily ramping up between. By the way, I'm making hand gestures, just not coming over. It's hard to say. I had a bit of talk with Rabenschild about the assertive thing, because again, I like the challenge that it poses, but I still don't like the outcome, because the drones themselves are not the worst. The worst is the stuff that gets left behind, the crashes and all that stuff. It's weird. This stuff, once the drones are shot down, they do most of the time more damage than when they come and try to shoot me, because that's something that these weapons really solve easily. These weapons just reach out, kill the thing, and then it mostly isn't able to shoot at me. It is just, the stuff is just crashing into the station, and that most of the time leaves a lot more damage than the drone itself. So let us go into the interior. Again, it's just a small living space. For once, I didn't have to put in airlock somewhere. I have all the amenities: bed, kitchen, lockers, toilet, armory, and a shower. I have, a bit of space around. The medical room here does what it is supposed to be. I have a cargo container, so I can get to my stuff from here, and I want to close it off on top, have some windows here, so that I can take a look at from where the drones are coming. Let me show you one thing that makes this base every time I do something like this, it just poses a problem that sometimes is just It's just not nice. So I made where is it? I made a GPS point. You can see that. The GPS point is 1 kilometer away from the middle of this platform, or the it's not the middle of the hole, it's the middle of this platform. 1 kilometer, this whole slab of metal that's laying here. And again, the whole thing here then is bigger than 1 kilometer. Then this is a ridiculously large structure. Space Engineers doesn't like this at all. I've added more stuff to it, and I already ran into the problem that I had with rovers and with structures on Mars, for example, where as soon as I went away, came back, the structure behaves weird. Let me give you the infos. So it's at the moment just 7,400 blocks. That's not a lot. PCU 10,000. That is not the worst. So the triangles, here it starts. Physical shape's not bad. This is just, ooh, it's too big. So the whole structure is over 1 kilometer long. Space Engineers is not a fan of that. My computer is running well with it. So this is just ridiculous. Why do I always do this? Let us close this structure off and just do some work while I cry into your ears about the amount of blocks that I've built up here. So if I start to really detail that out and have more blocks in here and all that stuff, it definitely starts to get ridiculous. I've stopped bringing in parts. I've started to bring in just resources, so just ores. Makes my life a whole lot easier. So the problem that I had with the base, once I went away and then came back to it, is that the whole base starts to behave weirdly. So if I land with my jetpack, I start to just slide over the surface. I had that on Mars before some updates Space Engineers had. Is as soon as the structure, I don't know, it starts behaving weirdly as a physical object, because I think Space Engineers is not really able to see that as a physical object then anymore. I don't know how that works. Maybe to ease this up a bit, it's a weird thing. Again, I saw that already with the big structures on Mars, where I just had slabs that my grids would stand on, and it definitely is a problem that it's just, I would just be able to solve that by lighten the amount of blocks, and that's just, I don't know. I have this is style over I don't know the word right now. style over reason. That would be, I think that would be the good word. The reason would be to say, don't do this. Having these large objects in the world is unnecessary, and space engineers definitely doesn't like it. But my head always says, yeah, but I like it. I like having these monster objects in the world. Window. We need some slopes and we need... Okay, I can't use these, so we will use the 1x2 flats. I think that's a good... Yes. That's a good thing. For the slopes I will use the 1x1 slopes. Sadly, the other slopes don't work here. No, that was the right way around. Yeah, come on. So again, this is just way too big for stupidly big. And again, the good thing with Sail Player is that just once I go away from here, this whole thing doesn't play a big role anymore. That's definitely why I like playing this as a single player game, because it just most of the time works. If I don't have this structure loaded anymore, the problems mainly go away. Coming back from space, you notice that. You definitely notice when it loads in and starts to be in the world. Let me go in and see. The simulation speed is down. I removed some mods because we had problems in the multiplayer world with the autofill bottles system, and I removed that again. It didn't seem to work very well. Let's say that way. It works, but I'm not sure. It is definitely a cool thing. I would like to have that back. But yeah, I noticed some things with it. Okay, I can't remove that, and I can't remove that. So okay, I could make this half blocks, but I can't make this into half blocks. Then it will just stay that way. Half blocks here. I wanted to have a desk somewhere so that Dodo can eat something somewhere. Let me see if I could use the desk corners. Do I have enough space for... I have. For just a small table. Good, just a small table. Close to the kitchen. And then I would like to have a control seat somewhere here so that I could take control of the weapons. The phases do an amazing job here. It's sure modded weapons, all the firepower you could need. And that's why they are there for now. I decided that I will not start to build a ship here right away. I will do that when I come back. At one point I will start... What is that table? Oh, that's from Iron Hospital's thing. See... I want this... It would be great if I could have that... Having that diagonal would be nice, but I can live with it that way. Let us put down some plants. Some plants. So that we have a few green things here in the world, and then having some storage would be nice. I don't have the crazy stuff, so we will go with the standard storage. There's storage for everything, but the big problem with it is that I would need gravity components. I don't have gravity components, so let us order some pipes. Hope that this is enough for now. Having a couch somewhere would be nice. Maybe, don't know, some place where I can look out of the window. I could put the couch here, and maybe have a corner here. I will not put up a fireplace or something like that. Rabenschild likes to just put down thrusters and shoot them. That is with that's something. I don't want open fires here. Maybe I will leave it that way for now. So we need bulletproof glass and girders. I'm pretty sure that's also something we need to bring in. The one thing that the phasers do, and that's something maybe that changed with the update. The phasers are cheap now. They are cheap, dirt cheap. And I'm not sure why that is the case. Maybe while working on them, there were decisions made to, don't know, overhaul them because they have end caps now. They work without them, but there's end caps now that close off the thing. Maybe there is. I didn't take too close of a look at it while it fires. If there's an effect now or something, would be interesting to see if there is. There's for one, there's dummies and the dummy end. I'm not sure if there's any graphical effects with that. The small grid, there is basically the small grid large variant, and then there is a real small variant. I have them put up here. So these are the small grid phasers. There's also the large small grid phasers and the large grid phasers. So let's just see. This is the same size as the others. I don't know. It's a nice variant. It's a crazy mod that maybe I don't know. We will. I will make the decision if I like the railguns. And the railguns are far more balanced because they are not cheap, and they are half high range, would do the same. So I'm not sure if maybe replacing phasers with railguns would be an option. For now, I will leave the phasers intact. I've brought in 2 new mods. The one is specific to Pertum. One is nice for Pertum, but it is working on all planets. I will have to see how bad that is for all the other planets. It might just be nice to have that. By the way, see, we have some graphical issues. So let us do a short trip just over the hill to take a look at what I have there. I've brought in 2 mods that give Pertum and the planets a bit more atmosphere, kind of. I had that earlier, that I had crash ground encounters. Removed them, and now, because they were basically just full ships that were just lodged in the ground, and now there is really nice crashed ground encounters, ships and rovers. Whoa, no, don't shoot it, don't shoot. Ugh, why are you shooting at it? Stop shooting. See, they reach out and destroy things. So I have these really nice crashed ground encounters. They are basically, yeah, really destroyed rovers and all that stuff. Really well done, rusty and pretty beat up. I like this stuff. You can find some nice things here, and I also added. Did I turned them all off? I was here already, but why I fought some of the bases around. I discovered this already, so this is pretty nice having this. And there's also another mod that is specific to Pertum. It adds ruins around the stuff. They are not marked, so that's a thing. They don't have antennas or anything like that, so they don't show up on the map. You might just fly over them, and they are like just buried buildings and all that stuff. That's pretty neat. I'm happy about this, because that gives Pertum a bit more to do, kind of, or to discover. It would make for, I don't know, we could at one point then build another rover, go out and start maybe discovering their stuff, bringing in wrecks, looking through the ruins to see what we can find. But again, the next plan after this is going back to space. I wanted to finish up the rough structure, and the next episode we will definitely meet us back in space. So let us get down and start the refinery, and then for the next episode I will go back to space, and we will fly maybe to Triton, but maybe we also go back into known territories. I'm considering this still. Okay, I wanted to have the refinery. So if I build this out more, I just made this line but I think I will make the line a bit higher. I wanted to add No, I will not add that now. That will come in later. I kind of want to have hydrogen tanks. The problem is they might just fill up, and then I might lose all the ice that I have. I think here on Pertum it is easier to just store the ice and bring that in and not store the gases. Yeah, so no tanks here. Kind of decided that right now because I just decided that I just thought about the tanks anyways. So yeah, I want to make this whole structure a bit thicker, but I don't want to go too crazy with it. So these would get structure underneath them, something like this, and then I would go a few blocks down, maybe to somewhere here, and have that as the thickness for the platform. It having just a slab of metal here, that is not enough. And then maybe I build something that leads into this tower that houses the wind turbines, but I want to have some space in here where I can maybe add more refineries or something like that. I'm not sure yet. Okay, turn this around. Is this? Yes. Okay, so this way we can still add some upgrade modules. I don't have the resources for the upgrade modules themselves. I have enough resources for the refinery. So now we can go out and bring in materials if we want. I will put another landing pad up somewhere here, and that will then be the main landing pad for maybe a miner or something like that, or something, an exploratory vessel. I want to also put parking spaces on the sides for rovers. Not sure how to hook them up yet, but again, that is all in the future. So this is done. We have a bit of space here now that we can live in and come back to. This is all welded up. Okay, that gives me the option to leave this space behind now. And we can come back to it, and I wanted to... this can be turned off now. This stays on, okay. And how much ammo do I still have here? Again, the phasers will do all the work, but I want to know how much ammo I still have in the weapons. Turret. 35 canisters, so that should be enough. There's some more in here. Okay, I'm good with that. Good, okay. Yeah, next plan, back to space. We will move out and do our visit to Triton, and then we will... I just want to take a look at Triton. So Triton would also be interesting to build a base there, but again, I'm running out of time. Kind of, it feels weird to run to a certain number and now getting closer and closer to it without having having so many unfinished projects. I kind of want to finish a project now not sure. I'm not sure how that will work out. It will not work out. I have too many unfinished projects, but I started this one now, and now I want to maybe go back to other projects and finish more of that, because we did something at Object 85 that kind of rounds it a bit more. We rounded Dune a bit more now, and now other planets deserve our attention, I would say. Good people, I would say thanks for watching. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.